Get ready for the action because featherweight contender Youssef Zalal is making waves. He has shed the doubt and is on the verge of a UFC title shot. After a challenging run, Zalal has found his purpose, and he is now challenging for the biggest prize in the division against former champion Aljamain Sterling in Las Vegas. This is a fight packed with high-stakes drama and potential championship implications that you do not want to miss.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at the shifting landscape of the UFC itself. Former contender Darren Till has dropped some serious truth bombs, accusing UFC CEO Dana White of becoming completely disengaged from the sport. Till is calling the current events not juicy no more, and pointing to a lack of star power and a decline in promotional storytelling, questioning the direction of the entire promotion. We are diving into the massive lineup for UFC Vegas 118. The full fight card has been revealed, featuring a main event clash between former welterweight champion Belal Muhammad and rising contender Gabriel Bonfim. Plus, we break down the co-main event featuring Brendan Allen against Edmen Shabazian and the highly anticipated bantamweight bout between Bryce Mitchell and Victor Henry. And finally, the contract chaos surrounding UFC Freedom 250. Top contender Ayman Zahabi is riding a 7-fight win streak, but he still hasn't signed his contract for his fight against Sean O'Malley. We explore why this is happening and what it means for the bantamweight division as we wrap up tonight's biggest fight news. Stay with us for more. Featherweight contender Youssef Zalal is signaling he is on the verge of a UFC title shot, driven by a newfound purpose after a challenging period in the promotion. Following a debut in 2020, where he secured his first 3 wins in 6 months, Zalal struggled for direction, going winless over 4 fights before being released from the promotion. In an interview with channel YouTube HQ, Zalal attributed this slump to being young and dumb and emphasized the necessity to grow purpose. His specific goal became clear: to become the UFC champion at 145 pounds. This pursuit has propelled him into the main event of the UFC Fight Night card from the Meta Apex in Las Vegas, where he faces former bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling in a featherweight bout with potential title implications. Zalal, nicknamed the Moroccan Devil, has established himself as a dark horse threat to Alexander Volkanovski, showcasing a blend of high-energy offense and constant submission threats, evidenced by 8 straight wins since his 2022 release, including 7 by stoppage. A key turning point came after a fight against Calvin Kattar, where he failed to secure a finish, leading to a significant course correction demonstrated by a quick submission victory over Josh Emmett 8 months later. Zalal expressed confidence, stating, "I will be a world champion, mark my words." He credits his consistent optimism and ability to maintain a positive demeanor as central to his current success. His opponent, Aljamain Sterling, praised Zalal's mental evolution, noting that Zalal has become a more self-assured athlete with superior movement and striking skills. Despite a career record of 5 decision losses, Sterling, the all-time bantamweight wins leader, views Zalal as a significant challenge. The bout represents Zalal's first headlining role and his first 5-round fight, a crucial litmus test for title contenders. Zalal is eager to test his grappling against Sterling's ground game, stating, "What excites me the most is the puzzle." Zalal believes his current trajectory suggests he is much closer to a title shot than many realize. Former UFC contender and new BKFC signee Darren Till has launched a scathing critique of the UFC's current direction, accusing CEO Dana White of disengagement and questioning the promotion's output, including its reliance on artificial intelligence in promotional material. Speaking during an interview with Ariel Helwani, Till reflected on his departure from the UFC and his move into bare-knuckle boxing. Till stated, "I just think Dana's ego is getting a little bit too much out of control. I think he's totally switched off from the UFC. I don't even watch the UFC no more, really. I couldn't tell you half the people who fight on it. The events just aren't juicy no more. I think they've got very few stars left. Till also expressed significant frustration with the relationship between White and the media, criticizing the lack of accountability during press conferences. He voiced his anger over reporters seemingly being intimidated when questioning White, stating, "Every time Dana is in a scrum, it's like these reporters are scared to say the real thing. And when they do ask questions, Dana is sort of like, who gives a ST? We give a ST. I give a ST, so give us a F, King answer Baldy. And just get your ego, take your ego away." Furthermore, Till pointed to a perceived decline in the UFC's promotional storytelling, contrasting current efforts with past high-profile builds. He lamented the absence of dramatic pre-fight promos, recalling iconic moments like the Holly Holm versus Ronda Rousey and the John Jones versus Daniel Cormier bouts. "Where's all the promos gone? Where you're waiting in the arena and I come up on the screen. There's airy music behind it and it's like, I'm gonna kill this guy. He's gonna kill me, and we both walk out. Where's all the promos gone?" Looking forward, Till indicated a commitment to prioritizing strong promotional storytelling in his future fights, especially as he prepares for a potential bout with Mike Perry in bare knuckle. He plans to collaborate with figures like David Feldman and Conor McGregor to reintroduce high-impact promos. "When I'm running on the treadmill and I need a bit of motivation, I watch that ST, and when Mike Perry and I fight in bare knuckle, I'm going to sit down with David Feldman and Conor McGregor and go, right, we're doing the promo to end all promos." The comments come amidst ongoing scrutiny regarding the UFC's presentation and leadership, despite the organization's continued commercial success. The UFC has previously affirmed its strategy to continue using AI-generated promotional content despite these criticisms. The full fight card for UFC Vegas 118 has been officially revealed, setting the stage for a high-stakes event as the promotion returns to the Meta Apex on June 6. This fight night will precede the UFC White House event the following week. The main event draws a highly anticipated clash between former welterweight champion Belal Muhammad and rising contender Gabriel Bonfim. Muhammad enters the bout on a two-fight losing streak, most recently succumbing to a decision against Ian Machado Gary in November. In contrast, Bonfim is on a significant winning streak, having secured 4 consecutive victories, including a stoppage win over Randy Brown at UFC Vegas 111 in the same month. Adding intrigue to the evening, the co-main event features a previously announced middleweight matchup between Brendan Allen and Edmond Shabazian. In the featured bout, the highly controversial Bryce Mitchell continues his bantamweight run, facing Victor Henry in a 135-pound contest. The card also features several other compelling matchups, including number 15 ranked lightweight Fares Ziam, who will test his ranking against Contender Series product Tom Nolan. Furthermore, number 15 ranked flyweight Bruno Silva will defend his ranking against rising contender Edgar Chairs. The complete lineup for UFC Vegas 118 includes several other competitive bouts, such as Iwo Baranowski versus Billy Illicana and Emmanuel Rodriguez against Matt Schnell. The card features a diverse array of talent, promising a dynamic evening for fans. Ayman Zahabi, a top contender in the UFC bantamweight division, has not yet signed his contract for his upcoming bout at UFC Freedom 250, scheduled for June 14 on the White House lawn. The fight is set to pit Zahabi against former champion Sean O'Malley. The announcement of the fight occurred weeks ago, but official paperwork remains unsigned. Zahabi revealed this unusual situation during a recent meeting with streamer N3On, explaining the standard procedure he is accustomed to. He stated, "How it usually works with UFC, you send them a text to confirm. Right away, they send you a confirmation that they received your message, and the next date within 24 hours I get a fight contract. It's signed, it's done, it's sealed. I got nothing. I still don't have a contract." Despite the lack of a signed agreement, Zahabi expressed confidence, noting that the UFC is good with their word. Zahabi enters the event on a strong run of 7 consecutive wins, including victories over Marlon Cheat Vera, Jose Aldo, and Pedro Munhoz. A victory over O'Malley would firmly establish him among the elite contenders in the division. However, at 38 years old, Zahabi faces the challenge of needing a title shot soon if he aims for championship contention. His opponent, Sean O'Malley, is currently riding a win over Song Yadong, following back-to-back championship losses to Merab Dvalishvili. The UFC Freedom 250 card features a heavyweight clash in the co-main event, as Alex Pereira moves up to fight Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight title. The main event will feature the lightweight title defense, as Ilia Topuria defends his title against Justin Gaethje, who currently holds the interim belt. The O'Malley vs. Zahabi bout is positioned as the final fight on the card before the main title fights, adding to the intrigue surrounding the unsigned contract status.